This is interesting.
Hi!
Hi, how are you?
Welcome.
We're back.
We're back. This is MomCave Live. I think this is our 4th or 5th.
Did you miss me last week? I was gone.
Oh, she had a...
My husband calls me on the subway. Who gets calls on the subway? And he's like, come home now. Well, I was on my way while I was on my way here. Never mind. You don't need to hear my troubles. Hi! We have a special guest.
We have our first guest ever.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Premier guest.
Wow. I'm very excited to be here.
This is Betsy Helmet of Affordable Interior Design.
That's right. Affordable Interior
Which is
Design.
the best business name ever.
Thanks. I found you right away. Can I tell
good.
you, I've known about this woman already for like 6 months. And how did I realize she was friends with her? I Googled affordable interior design, and I found her. That's what we do. In New York City, we do affordable interior design. And I just had LASIK, so I look like my toddlers beat me up, but they didn't.
You look beautiful.
Oh, who knew? For a month, I'm going to have zombie eyes.
Yeah, but now you have, like, eagle vision.
Yeah. I can see better than 20/20. The minute I got off the table, I could see 20/20. That's amazing. Does it hurt when they do it? Is it? So everybody says it's like awesome and everything's fine, and they don't tell you. I had no idea that it's gonna be like scratchy for 2 weeks, and it's uncomfortable. And during the procedure, it's just weird. It just feels weird, like you know what they're doing, and that's uncool. But the next 2 weeks, it's tough.
I'm afraid I wear contacts or glasses.
Yeah.
If I had 20/20 vision, I would really see like how dirty the house is.
I hear you. I see everything. I don't want to know the truth. I've never seen so well in my life, and yes, I can see every dust bunny in here. Wow. I know. Secret sound. My eyes are going on me. I can't see a thing.
All right. Well, let's stop talking about how easy I am and go to the next subject. So there was this article that came out this week. I think it was on the Huffington Post, but I could be wrong about that. Anyway, it was about how New Yorkers are now getting creative with their small spaces. The cost of real estate is so high that people are putting their kids in closets and in second bathrooms as the kids' room.
I see that all the time. I just recommended this week that somebody put their kid in their closet. It's a huge walk-in closet that's frankly almost as big as their bedroom. And it's not ventilated, so you have to keep the door open, and ideally you'd have a little fan because there is, an aeration concern, and also there's less of a risk of SIDS if you put in a fan, so you should have a fan in any kid's room, just FYI. At least that's what they say.
Circulation helps with SIDS.
Circulation, yeah, so air circulation, and plus it kind of serves as a white noise thing. So I recommend in New York City, a lot of people have their crib on wheels. So you can easily transport it from one room to another. So I specifically look for cribs with wheels in the case that people are sharing a room or... So how long can I keep my kid in the closet?
It reminds me of Harry Potter a little.
Oh, I didn't read it. I'm going to read it with my kids. For the first time, we'll explore it together. Yeah, okay. Anyway. But how long can I keep them in there? I think the 3 is a cutoff. Really? Yeah. So I think toddler bed is time to explore new options because when they can walk out of your closet, I think it's time. And I've actually put kids in a primary bathroom. Most of us don't have 2 bathrooms, and I had this one client whose kids were sharing, but they couldn't sleep together. They would keep each other up. So I did recommend that she wheel her other kid into the bathroom at night.
What if you have to pee? I mean, the parent, you're going to wake up the kid?
You
don't flush.
I guess I don't have that problem. She said it was working great.
That's awesome. You know who did that? Our third mom of MomCave, who is in here today, Valisa.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you don't mind me sharing this, Valisa. She has an awesome apartment with a really big bathroom, but before they put up walls, it was a studio, and when they had their first, they would put her in her crib at night and wheel it into the bathroom, close the bathroom door so that they could, watch TV or whatever, and then bring her back out, and they were all ready to go to bed.
Wow.
I thought that was kind of genius.
I mean, I think it's tough. Ideally, you would cut back on other things and get a bigger apartment because it's always a compromise. Like the one where we put it in the walk-in closet was a studio. Oh. So at a certain point, the article was very controversial at the end. There were lots of comments that said that the parents were selfish by, not upgrading or moving to suburbia where they could actually afford to have a bigger place. I don't think it's selfish because I'm a New Yorker and I understand the compromises and the costs, but at the same time, you want to evaluate the cost of living that way, emotionally and physically. So that's why 3 years old is the cutoff for the bathroom or the closet. But it's also for you, it's important to maintain a life and a boundary and be able to go to the bathroom without waking the kids up.
Use your bed when your kid. I'm sharing too much. My kid's bed is 6 inches away from my bed.
Yeah.
So our bed can't be used for anything.
That's what troubles me too, is that for your relationship, you know, save on therapy and just get a bigger apartment. It's just where you want to put your money.
I have no idea what these ladies are talking about.
Her kid's in her bedroom too.
I don't remember anything the last 3 years.
But you know, what this always makes me think about when, like, we complain about it a lot that we're in a small space and stuff. But I have this friend, his name is Tony, and he's 87 years old. He's another actor that I've worked with a lot, and he lives in the same neighborhood, same kind of apartment. He's lived here his whole life, and his parents had like 8 or 9 kids in a 1-bedroom apartment, and they didn't have a second thought about it. It was like Italian immigrants all together.
This is how they did it in the 40s and the 50s.
They're fine. They're the most wonderfully happy, well-adjusted people.
It was a different time. Like now, you know, it took a village. Everybody was playing outside. Now our kids have to play inside. In New York City, we don't let our kids roam free.
No.
So, and we also don't have a lot of family, most of us, that live near us or even in the same building where our kids can play in multiple spaces. My home is filled with toys. I don't send my kids to daycare. We have a nanny. And so we have toys everywhere. My home, my living room at least, is a glorified daycare center. I just got posters in Brooklyn, like alphabet posters and animal posters. We have a lot of them, and I change them out every month. Like, this is how sad it is. It's not, yeah, on our entertainment unit.
And you're a professional designer.
Now, here's the thing. I actually don't think this is getting a little bit real. We're confessing here. But the thing I like about that is if you have kids and you're gonna have lots of toys, you should decorate with those kid colors. Like, let's not be in denial. I have Fisher-Price everywhere. And so I decorate my throw pillows, my rugs are all bright Fisher-Price colors.
My rug here, but I have this primary color rug.
Exactly, and so the toys blend rather than being offensive against like an all-neutral background. And I can even use the Legos like in a basket as an accessory. Like a basket under my side table filled with Legos is now chic.
You're sitting out on the floor and you're stepping on it.
Right.
So I integrate the animal and alphabet posters seamlessly. And, you know, we make compromises. Like, once my kids are older, hopefully. Yeah,
about
they're in school.
Stuffed animals. My son's got, like, he's got a Barney, a big purple Barney, and a big yellow tiger, and the big kangaroo, and the, what do I do with the animals?
Well, what I've done, did you guys have this in the 80s or whatever? Am I dating myself? A net. Have you seen the nets that hang from the ceiling? Before then. Okay, well, it holds a lot and it gets them up. And then the other thing is, when I was little, I had a loft bed, right? Bunk bed. And I didn't sleep on the top. My animals did. So I had like huge stuffed animals. And then it's like a play space for me and the stuffed animals. So that's another option if you have like a lot of big toys. I do like the idea of a loft bed.
I have an option.
Okay.
Be a mean mom.
Ooh.
I'm a little bit of a mean mom when it comes to this. So he's not allowed to have 20 stuffed animals. Like, let's pick 1 or 2 favorite awesome stuffed animals, and the rest, you know, we just give them away.
So being cruel means less clutter.
Yeah.
That's the message you're trying to do.
My poor child, he's so deprived. He's still a little too
Well, I am shocked when I walk in this apartment. It's my first time being in your apartment, and there's no toys.
I'm like, they're hidden.
I can't see these toys.
There's a sink over there.
There's a very small play kitchen instead of like the huge play kitchen. We've got things in cabinets. They're hidden.
That's
a log cabin. Is that a toy?
Yeah, we made that yesterday. It's a log, you know, the log thing we put together. And that's kind of
I'm impressed. I do think that the key to maintaining an adult space as well is having that closed storage, like a cabinet where you can put the toys in, or something like a basket that has a top.
Kids don't need as many things as you think they need. I read this great book called Simplicity Parenting.
Oh.
And that's a good one if you want to like read about this. But I find that if my son has too many choices, he's like bored and he doesn't know what to do with it. And half the things are broken and they're all in a big basket. But if he's, you know, has a few toys out, he engages more with them.
That is very interesting.
So I do that, and then I keep a lot of toys in my closet and I switch them out.
I really like that.
I'm weird.
No, you have time to read.
You have time to sort the toys and change them out.
You read a book?
I must confess I read most of it on the toilet.
Oh.
That's the only time I get time to read. The toilet or the subway. And by the time I get the subway, it's like Candy Crush. I need something mindless. But
don't invite me.
I know. I probably sent you requests. I'm getting back.
Oh no.
I know.
Yeah. But this whole discussion reminds me of one other thing I have to say. I saw a really interesting idea where people like incorporate the kids into the decor. I don't know if she'll ever see this, but there's a woman in my building who has 2 little kids, and I went to the apartment for the first time. And it's like a beautifully decorated apartment. It's very clean and nice, and the furniture is modern. And the walls are all white, but the walls have all deliberately had her drawings and hand painting throughout the entire apartment, not just in the kids' room, like in the living room and everything. And it looks kind of cool. Like, I don't know.
Like art?
Is it the mom's hand painting or the kid?
Well, it's mostly the kid, but then you see adult-sized stuff sometimes. So I guess like every once in a while they're bored and they draw on stuff on the wall.
Wait, they're drawing on the wall?
Well, all the walls, the entire apartment.
And you said it's well decorated?
Like, yeah.
It seems like an oxymoron.
But it is a little, I'm not sure. I like the apartment. I do. I was kind of shocked when I saw that. It's a creative, it's like embrace it. Here we are, just embrace it.
It's got to be better than mine. Mine is toys, shoes, and bags of stuff that I've been meaning to donate for the last year.
Right.
Yeah. And a part of it is constant editing. When we live in New York City, one of the things you kind of sign a pact with the city that you're going to play by its rules, and part of its rules is that you have no space, and so you have to constantly be on top of it, or else you're a hoarder. You know, here we're a hoarder if we just have more stuff than our bookcase can hold. Whereas in suburbia, we could put it in the basement.
Right,
exactly.
right.
So, you know.
And how much is storage? Like my husband and I are looking for storage these days.
I think that is one of the worst things to spend your money on. Don't do it.
I agree.
To pay to store your stuff, you might as well just get rid of the stuff and buy new stuff eventually, you know? It seems silly to me.
Tell my husband that with his record collection.
Oh, that's a difficult one. Do you know, I got rid of all of our CDs. We put them on iTunes.
Yeah.
The physical CDs, they're at my in-laws' house. I didn't throw them out, but
so you essentially have storage. You just don't pay for it. See, there we go.
I still kind of use my mother-in-law's attic.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, that's what grandparents are for. Free babysitting and free storage.
Exactly. Which reminds me, I have another funny thing. One of the things I store in the attic are like tax records, you know?
Yeah.
Paperwork and stuff.
Right.
And I got audited today.
That's not funny.
Today was the audit, right? So of course I'm completely nervous. I had to go to the in-laws' house 2.5 hours away to get all the paperwork, and I went. And the auditor actually said the following thing to me.
What did he say?
The reason that we're auditing you is because we cannot believe that you live in New York City on this little amount of money.
Wow.
And I thought
that's how you got flagged. Is this your first audit?
Yeah.
Are there lots of audits?
Apparently it's not that common. But so I thought that was kind of funny because what I wanted to say, to him is, if you want to see how that works, I have a web series about it. It's called Slummy Mummy, and it's going to be on MomCave.
You told the IRS auditor that?
No. I said that's what I wanted. Like, it came to mind. Like, yeah, dude, I know. I have a little bit of money, and I live in a really expensive neighborhood, so I wrote about it because it's so weird and crazy and funny.
I would have totally told the IRS auditor about my web show.
So I'm telling you people that in about a month or two, we're going to start airing episodes of that show, which is called Slummy Mummy. But it's all going to now be dedicated to the web audit. The auditor. The auditor.
Well, that needs its own episode for sure.
I think that's going to be the next one, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
That's shocking. Yeah, my husband got audited. And I think it was because he made so little money, and then because he's in the arts, you can write off so much, and he's self-employed, so when you have always a deductions, and you make that little money, people are like, how are you existing? That's a very good question.
New York City.
That's why I started affordable interior design.
Yes, and the answer should be, we put our children in bathrooms and closets. That's how we're existing.
That's what you tell the auditor.
Then they call Child Protective Services, and then...
Right. Then you get money from the government rather than giving money to
I think our time is almost up. That one.
It is?
Fast. Look, 6:44.
We had a lot to talk about.
We do. Let's see. There'll be a new episode on Tuesday of Double.
Do we want to talk about tomorrow?
Oh,
yeah. Tomorrow's a huge event.
It's a big deal for MomCave.
Oh, we will be doing a special screening for mommy vloggers at Ogilvy.
The ad agency Ogilvy for their, in conjunction with their Working Parents Network, they invited us.
That's amazing.
And I'm a working parent,
Yeah.
so I fit right in.
Yeah.
I
So
hear that.
we're gonna do a screening, and there's gonna be some vloggers. And if any of you are watching, we're really excited to meet you. And
You can, tweet. Just tweet with the
tweet
other
with
vloggers
our
at
Twitter
3 o'clock tomorrow.
at
great.
MomCave TV is our Twitter handle. So
Awesome.
cool. And thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, and check out Affordable Interior Design for more tips.
It's awesome.
I'll
She's
post
good.
something on my Facebook tonight about some child tips.
Oh, I love that.
I got some other-
I desperately need it.
And we
I'll
will
put
put a
some
link.
pictures up. Yeah.
We're gonna put a link to Affordable
Yep.
Interior Design in the description of this video.
Oh, awesome.
Excellent.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure. Thanks for having
It was
me.
a pleasure. Bye.
Bye.